While you're here, start to breathe deep and full. Body's relaxed. Long and deep. The exhale, just let it go. Now for our intention today, I want us to pick a body part that we're kind of energetically focusing on. You imagine that, like if you've ever seen one of the Chinese meridian maps, there's all sorts of lines and nadis and all sorts of things like that that cross all over the body. Imagine that like a highway system. And maybe there's an area of your body where it's just been closed down for maintenance for quite a while. It's an area that's your chronic spot, or maybe it's just this last week, it's been a spot that bugs you. It could be anything from shoulders to maybe your wrist, or something like that. Something that just needs a little bit more energy. We'll kind of handpick this area. And as we go through class, my hope is to touch on things all over the body. So maybe I include your spot at some point. But imagine no matter what pose we're in, we're taking it a little bit slower so that we can mentally visualize and take the energy to the spot that we have picked. So deep full breaths and just mental imagination. It's kind of filling up the area so it's like the construction can finally happen, the repairs can happen. By the end of class, hopefully we've charged it up enough that the highways are open for business. Nice and clear flow of traffic. So with this idea to help lead us on, let's take our nice initial stretches. Arms extend to the back wall. Huge inhale. Exhale, lean partly to one side. Banana shape, how long? Exhale, second side. Few more rounds each side, whatever your breath takes us. Up the shoulders, wake up the side ribs, spine. Next time, mix it back to the long line, right knee in the chest. Your ankle rolls for right foot. Right leg extends up to sky, grab on. Extending the heel upward. Really try to be with the stretch. It's not just about getting our body in certain shapes, it's about feeling the sensation as we're there. Lengthening the leg higher and higher. Hook right heel to the left into the fabric beside the head. You can keep out if you're used at all in the mirror or so that way you can open up nicely. Even here, maybe the spot that you handpicked was your hip, and so you're feeling this hip open. Or maybe, like, let's say the wrist was your spot. This doesn't really have much to do with the wrist. So even imagine, like by opening up the hip, how is the wrist connected to that? How can you imagine there still being a flow of energy to the wrist? Maybe that connecting point is the breath. Keep and hold in and out. More inhale. And exhale, release this side. Maybe extend it up to sky before dropping it down. Left knee tucked in the chest. Big full rolls for that side. Leg extends up to sky, grab on, and continue to lengthen up, up, up. Inhale. Good. Exhale, hook this heel to back left. Your back right, sorry. Left ankle back right. Maybe a helpful thing to imagine is the spot that you picked out. Imagine the body's like a battery and your spot is constantly draining the battery. So by giving it this chance for that area to charge up a bit, it can just be happy as it is. It doesn't have to be the draining point. Two more breaths here. Simple. Beautiful. This leg extends up to sky. And then drop it down. Both legs can stay in the fabric. Start to swing the arms out the back end of the fabric. We'll take a back bend. If you leave the fabric by the armpits, it's nice and easy, not too deep. You start to let the fabric slide down to the waist. It gets deeper and deeper. You can use hands on fabric or hands free, just depending on how much your back is willing to take that back bend shape for breaths. If you ever get dizzy upside down, come back up before others. Our breaths. After that second one, rise up. Just take a nice easy forward fold of the legs. Counter stretch to that beautiful spine. Roll the head over to the right shoulder. The left shoulder. We've got some of the neck tension. Spine rolls up, kick the legs free out the front. Good. So hands come to the outside of the fabric. You're going to do a little core thing. So balance the knees up. Maybe the hands are free of the fabric. Good. Take some bicycles. One leg circles out, the other leg. I like to connect my breath. Exhale each time. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sitting back up. From here, we'll prepare for inverting. So hook your thumbs to the back end of the fabric. That helps to push the fabric down to the waist. Lean halfway back to lock it in place and then reset the hip. Fun. Good. Wide legs as you turn upside down. Wrap the legs around each side. Once your ankles are in place, you can release the hands. So personal choice here. Maybe you've got some crunches that you want to do while you're upside down. 5 to 10. Yep, if ever you need to flip back up, make sure the head's not being too much of a rush. That's always where we set the fabric so it's in a better spot. So this one. If at any point there's other things you want to do, like arch the spine by walking the hands to the space behind you, that could be really nice. You can twist using one hand on each side of that. Got lots of options here. Don't use choice. Don't stay upside down so long that you get dizzy, that you get a head rush. But I'll give you some time here. If you're up before others, you can hug your elbows and just rest, float child. You also have the choice to come in and out a few times. You don't ever have to do much in the inversions if your body is not wanting to. Never feel that pressure, but some people do come for the inversions. We will give at least enough time that our spines get a chance to hang. Roll over and floating child. Again, roll the head over to the right. Take some time there, keeping the tension out. Eventually roll over to left. Be a couple of rolls and gently rock them to each side. Rolling the spine back up. Got the left leg that comes in. Try to clasp hands around the foot and extend the leg up. Or if the leg really won't extend hardly at all, you can walk the hands a little further down to the ankle or calf area. See if the spine can straighten a little bit more than maybe where it naturally falls. We're going to take a little twist here. So right hand hooks to the outside of the heel, ankle, or calf. Left hand circle up to sky. And twist by back up. Turn that arm. And then drop the leg. And grab onto your other side. Hold on to the right. Flip it up. The lengthened spine a little taller. Left hand to the outside of the leg. Right hand circles back to the twist. And hand returns. Let both legs try to float up into boat pose. You can grab onto the legs if you'd like, or you can just have bent knees. Like, if it's easier to bring hands to outside of fabric, that's fine. Just trying to hold in both pose. 10, keep breathing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Drop the knees, grab onto the fabric, and we'll tilt ourselves up and out. Beautiful. From here, circle the hands above the head, wrap around twice, and just let the fabric fall into the hands. Relax the weight back. The hips are the furthest back point. Just do one slow circle to the right and one slow circle to the left. Eventually travel forward. If you need to bend the knees to make it easier on the spine, that's okay. Good. Let those muscles stretch out and then switch direction. Have the break after each side. With you, when you finish, wiggle the fingers. And we'll try to just do one flexed arm hang, trying to hold ourselves up in a small, tight little ball, or as long as you can hold. Okay, so inhale. Exhale, let's go. Okay, if it's not much, just a little hop is fine. Good work. Grab the hands, shake them out. Fabric out in front. Wider than shoulder grip. Easy, loose fingers. Then the waist halfway down. The nose. The left balance. This leg kicks back. It might be different. I can actually claim which knee. It's all good. That's fine. Kick to nose. Hold. Back warrior 3. And foot down. Let the spine back out. Straighten the nose. Back. And we'll take half moon this time. So left hand to the middle of the loop. Then as right hand slides up, stack the hip. Tiny circles like tennis ball size. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee to nose, curl in. Straighten back out. And then opposite, the toes come behind your back. It's almost like you can try to touch your head to your toes. And then back. Good. The grip the same. As your foot starts to travel down to rest next to the other foot, this right shoulder, rotate it so that you're in a shoulder stretch, kind of the shoulder coming down. Unwind that shoulder, slide the hands back to the middle, flatten back forward, make sure the grip is loose right. Left left knee to nose. Warrior 3. Hook the right hand to the center of the loop. Left hand goes up, the hip snacks. And it's all circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nose. And back to half the moon. Good. Toes behind back, trying to touch the head. And return. The foot starts to drop down. Rotate the left shoulder to be down and backwards in the stretch. Bend the shoulder. Flatten back out again. Bend the knees, roll the spine up. Take the fabric to the hip bones. I'm going to set up for a Superman. So tiptoe forward, the weight, the slack is taken all out. Start to walk the hands up as high as you can each side. And then you want to back up a little bit with your toes so you're not skiing too much. Float the legs. Good. Feel the back muscles lift. Good. At any point that you're ready, you're looking flat down to the hip hang. You need to drop hands and feet so that you can lift the weight off of the fabric for a little while. That can help make it a little less intense if you're not used to that massage. Good. Even the forward fold is great. See how it can help you just kind of hold without needing to necessarily balance. So this will be another yogi's choice spot. You can play with any variations here. Make sure it's low enough that it's not on the belly. Good. Our fabric on the shoulder. Maybe hands behind the head. Bending the right knee, take the right elbow to the right knee. Straighten. Side. Straighten. Press Hands behind the back. Try to see how much the hand can pull away from the face. While you're doing that, you're rolling the head over to right, over to left. Good. Releasing the hands, make sure the fabric's under shoulder blades, and then walk the hips forward. Right ankle to left thigh, and then release the weight of the pelvis down. And then knee can rotate really far open. Right foot to floor, second side, left ankle up. To floor, widen the stance. Straighten your right leg. And then straighten left. Through the middle, just a little longer. If you need to shift where the fabric is, that's fine. Just push the hands so the inner thighs get a stretch. Let's push into their knee area. One knee at a time, drops to the ground underneath you. Like a camel's pose. Taking the arms open downward to each side. Start to droop the heart forward, hips forward. Let yourself carried in a little back bend. Grab onto the fabric to help you return back through the middle. As long as it's comfortable for this section, you'll come into this pose from sitting on your heels. If that's not comfortable, you can go to just a cross-leg position instead. But what we do is we take the fabric, like a little kind of headband around the spot where our neck meets our skull, just that low spot, then kind of wrap up around the ears. And then you'll lay your head back so that your neck is being pulled away from, your head is being pulled away from the neck. If you're not in the right spot, for instance, if you go too far back, it's not going to be quite as intense. So you can always shift around, maybe work your knees higher up on the mat so you can lean more weight into this. Get to that spot where the neck pull is just right. Take this moment to let all your tension release from shoulders. Do deep breaths. Imagine energy flowing to the area you moved out. Bend the hands on the floor, gently pressing the head away from fabric. We'll come to a seated place, so leg nice and wide. This one's the opposite, where sitting higher up makes it easier because the angle is higher. If you want it to be a little deeper, you'll scoot their back. That's fine. Forward. Just depends on where you're at. Raising the spine back up, we'll come up to stand. Grab onto each side of the fabric, planted feet. You can either just come directly up or take a little bonus back bend halfway through. The hips up, drop the head back, and good. Pull your way all the way in. Beautiful. Step right foot into center of the loop. The right knee goes in the middle past the line of the fabric. And then left hand grabs that heel to slide it up. You choose the angle. Maximum is a flat angle. That might be too much for some people's knees, so it's okay to angle up. Hand by each shoulder, and then just a couple of inches dropping forward gets right into that deep hip area. Weight comes back, foot slides back into the middle, extend it forward, slide up, split. You choose how much weight your body wants to go forward into the stretch. Sometimes just keeping weight over the standing leg and just sliding the hands down is the best option. So you choose for your body. It's harder for the balance though. Weight over the center. Both hands are going to the left side. The left hand is going to slide up, the right hand slide down, and we're turning our standing pose to the long left edge of the mat. So face that back door, good. Chest is open. Good to choose how much weight you would slide forward to the mirror side. Forward, it'll come back over the standing leg. Slip the fabric to the thigh. We're still facing to that back door. Prepare warrior two. So let the weight slide back forward just under the thigh. If it's too much pressure under the thigh, spread out surface area. Arms perhaps open up. Good. Keep the tailbone scooped under a little bit. Then in side angle, rest the right elbow on the right thigh, left arm up and over, forward. Maybe you start to slip the shoulder to be closer to the knee instead of the elbow. Hand grabs the fabric, lift the torso up. The other hand grabs the other side, face back forward. Warrior one, hands either slide up, arch back, or head goes through, rest the fabric on each shoulder. So one hand on each side, nice and tight grip, softly lower left knee to the floor. Maybe tuck the back toes for a couple of extra inches as we're taking some camels. So. I'm gonna say, yeah, that's it. That's it. The deep stretch probably there already, so if you just need to kind of stay, that's okay. But we're gonna take camel, so the right hand goes high on the left side. And then the left hand to the back heel. Try to push the hips forward. Yeah, if it's too much, just place your hand on the low back and sit. Good. Back up. Left hand hip on the right side, right hand. Up. Okay, this one's the challenge. You can skip this one and I'll show you where you're going to instead if your body just won't do it. So this one's the one where we try to see if you can slide the fabric to the ankle and then go in that really, really deep hamstring stretch. Like I said, it's not possible for everybody. So if that's not happening for you, you'll drop your hands to the floor on the left-hand side to get the leg out, the fabric out to the ankle and just face to the side. That's where we'll all end up in just a moment. You're facing forward, good. Take a couple of really deep breaths. Pick your area again. Find your area, send the energy there. Release 2 relaxed breaths. Stay a little longer if you like. Whenever you're ready, drop your hands to the left. I like to even scoop my knee a little bit further back from where it is, so closer to the front door. So that way that my leg points to the mirror rather than slightly backwards. Then maybe even drop the elbows. Inner thigh stretch. Elbows to the back of the mat. If you want a little bonus core time, try to just float that left knee and pulling the knee to the nose and just hold in that position. At any point that you're satisfied, you're ready to go down, that left leg will swivel in like a pigeon pose. You'll just relax that. Your face relax back. Soften the leg, the fabric out. Moment with child pose. And also kind of wiggle through it to help things breathe into one another. Back up to standing the second side, maybe just take a down dog. Walk feet to the hands. Roll up. Left foot steps in the middle. Make sure you're not too far back. The knee goes past this fabric line. Grab the heel, slide it up with the right hand. And by each shoulder, start to sink your weight forward. And even though the intensity is right in the hip, send the energy to the area you picked out. So maybe that's lucky if it's hip, or maybe it's like your wrist or whatever. Keep flowing more abundantly all through the body. The nerves are working properly, the circulation's working properly. That's what all this energy is. Weight is over standing leg, drop the foot back to the middle. Send the leg forward. So whatever you did before, maybe hands are up and then you're just splitting forward, or maybe you're just kind of bowing forward toward the leg. Relax as we can get the tissues. That's what we're aiming for. That's what helps it really stretch. Okay, weight over the standing leg. Gripping on the right half, right hand up, left hand down, turn the toes to the right. Want to send more weight to mirror. Welcome to. Over standing leg. Step the leg through so fabric's at the thigh. Open up the arms. Warrior two, sink the weight forward. Side angle, left elbow to left side. Right arm up and over, or maybe that elbow starts to slip down. Those shoulders getting closer to. Right hand grabs the fabric, lift the torso, weight comes back. As you face it, the toes forward again, sink back to warrior one. Either grab high for the back bend or head through the center. And grab tightly each side, softly set right knee to the ground. Good. Left hand grabs the hand right hand to the back, still maybe tuck the toes. Push the hands forward. Up, right hand on the left side, left hand back heel. Okay, so this is the one your option if you're not doing it is drop your hands to the right and start to scoot the fabric down. Otherwise, if you're trying it facing forward, try to scoot it directly forward. In the intensity, imagine the energy flowing to the spot that you picked out. Sometimes intensity takes us out of the breath, out of the body. Return. Next breath, you're welcome to drop the hands to the right, the knee backwards, lower to elbows. We'll start to walk to that. If you're doing the core thing, float the right knee to the nose and just hold that shape. If you're ready for pigeon, you drop that knee down. Breathe in. Softly drop the knee down. If you shake the hips out or keep it kind of close for a moment. Up to standing. Perhaps the same way, downward facing dog. Forward. Rolling up. The front end of the fabric, wave it out. Facing back forward, take your elbows inside. Stepping clear up high on the mat. We'll take a lunge, right foot forward, left foot back. And then do whatever you need to do for shoulders, chest, pecs, all of those goodies to stretch. So maybe you're pushing your chest forward for that, or maybe you're lowering down with the weight in the legs. Whatever it takes, get to the good spot. And stepping the feet back together, elbows into the waist. Drop the head down, rolling head to right. Left. Your left foot steps forward, lunge. Same thing, do whatever movements it takes to get into that stretch. Stepping my feet back together, elbows into the waist. Drop the head down, roll to the left. Roll to the right. Down. Up. Okay. So this is kind of a breaking point if you want to break into different areas. I'm going to guide into vampire pose. If you prefer straddle back instead, you could just shift your hands to straddle back. If you just want to go to even just a shavasana, laying on the floor or just laying in the hammock, those are other areas you can break off. But if you're doing vampire, you'll want to take extra fabric in your hands, more than just a halfway point. So that way when you lay back, you have just enough fabric to cover the shoulders and not enough. In the vampire, sure the shoulders are set up nice. Grab the hands up high on each side, left and right. Take your feet up and come upside down. The last inversion, so I'll give you as much as you want here. Yeah. You don't want to wrap up, baby? Not today.
I hope it smells. So that's like expert.
Makes it super hard. So literally just however long you like for this inversion. Eventually dropping to Shavasana when you're ready, but that could be 5 minutes from now. It's up to your body. Slowly start returning. Perhaps just start by taking the breath. Nice inhale. Long exhale. Reach stretches of feet like the beginning, the arms extend the back wall, shoulders wiggle left and right. Exhale, fetal position is nice. Keep the body long, but roll onto one hip. Then in, arch back. In, arch back, wake up the spine. Get a balance of the body, whatever you're doing. Eventually, we'll make our way up to a comfortable seat. Our heart, closing the eyes. Visualize the spot of your body that you picked out. We'll take just a couple of breaths of silence, just imagining one last pulse of energy going to that beautiful area. Few breaths. Exhale, we remember we are whole, or we help ourselves into that wholeness, the more we can bring all of who we are into our life, our situation, into our conversation. So with wholeness to lead us on, let's wrap up the chair together with the sound of oh, they've been held out. So with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.